Okay, so another unconventional YouTube video from me. I just been on this real, like, I'm a fucking YouTuber ass shit recently, and obviously can't go outside and like create the normal content that I normally do. I guess today I wanted to like do like a little like draw with me, I guess, because a lot of people have been asking like about like my drawings that I've been posting on Instagram and shit, and like the art I've been creating. And after my last video, everyone was like, I want to see like the art you create, so or like my process. So I'm gonna do a draw with me, but also I'm gonna do like a little story time, I guess, and kind of like talk about the home invasion a little bit. I know you're probably like, what the home invasion? Surprise, this video is actually sponsored. And it's sponsored by none other than Skillshare. I'm actually an avid user of Skillshare, believe it or not. I work in this program called 4D Cinema, and if any of you know, it's legitimately one of the hardest things to like grasp. It all goes completely over my head, and Skillshare has helped me out a lot. Like being able to follow along as someone teaches me how to use this program is a godsend. And then, like, to put it blunt, it's godsend. If you're interested in like rendering in 4D, like Blender, 4D Cinema, or even like drawing and learning new techniques and artistry, like Skillshare will definitely help you out. And I'm happy to announce that the first 1,000 people that click the link in the bio and sign up get 2 months free at absolutely no charge, which is kind of insane. And then after that, it's just $10 a month, and you have access to like thousands and thousands of classes and can legitimately learn a new skill every single day if you wanted to. But yeah, I'm just gonna fucking get into it, I guess. I don't remember when it was exactly, but yeah, basically like 8 months ago, me and Josh were at our house. India was in Miami, so like it was just me and Josh, and Josh normally like stays awake way longer than me, and like for some reason I had been on like a kick recently where I was going to bed like super early, like I was going to bed before midnight, but for some reason I just wasn't tired this night, and I was staying up. I couldn't fall asleep, and Josh for some reason was really tired, so he was in bed before me. So basically it was like 11 o'clock at night, and it was just me awake. And like before this I was fine being home alone and being the only one awake in my house. So like I was just literally blasting, like listening to the Minecraft soundtrack, like blasting Minecraft music throughout the house. And I'm surprised Josh wasn't like, Drew, can you turn that shit off? Because like it was pretty goddamn loud. Yeah, I was just like hanging out on my computer. My door was wide open, like, again, blasting music throughout the house. And then I'm chilling here and I hear Azul like down the hallway, like screaming. And I'm like, okay, like this is really fucking annoying. Like I still wasn't thinking like, oh, someone's in the house, like someone broke in, like type shit, because like that's not where my mind goes or was going then. Yeah, Azul was like, Inya's cat was like screaming down the hall, and I was like, bruh, this is so fucking annoying, and I don't want him to wake up Josh. So we have like doors that like separate the house in half, and I just like went over there to like put Azul in Inya's room and then shut him off on that side of the house, so like he couldn't like meow and like be scared to be alone or whatever. But like as I'm walking over there, I'm like, I like see our back door, and there's like a stairway going down to our backyard, and there's this light that's on in that back door, and Inya always turns that light on and then leaves it on all the time, and it used to get on my fucking nerves. It used to piss me off. and then never understood why she did it. So like every night before I would fall asleep, I would go to that door and turn that light off. And since Inya was gone, the light wasn't on before I went to bed. However, when I was walking past, I noticed that that light was on, and I was like, this is very strange. And I immediately was like, oh, Josh probably turned it on and was like just doing what Inya does. And he was like playing a joke on me or some shit, right? Because we're like fucking trolls by nature. And I went over to the light and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, whatever. Didn't put much thought into it. Turned the light off, carried on. And I checked the locks too while I was at it, because I was like, Inya was very adamant on locking all the doors, and the door was locked, right? So I was like, okay, no reason to believe anyone is in my fucking house. Then I like get to the door that like separates the house in half, and it's like, I can't remember if it was like open, or I just remember seeing, no, it was definitely closed. It was like closed halfway, and I was like, huh, another strange thing. Why is this door closed halfway? And I like walked down this hallway, and I opened this door because I was gonna go check on Azul. And as I open this door, I hear something in Inya's room fall, and audibly I was like, God damn it, Azul, like why are you like fucking playing with Inya's makeup or some shit? And I was like, ugh, now I'm gonna have to go pick that up. And then like as I open this door, I'm like greeted with this horrid fucking stench, right? And I'm like literally like nose plugging ass smell, and I'm like, ugh, dude, this is gnarly. Like, did Azul shit himself? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, but it didn't smell like cat shit. It literally smelled like body odor, or like it literally smelled like garbage juice. Like open your fucking trash can, take a big whiff ass smell. And I'm like sitting there, and I audibly am like, ugh. So I open this door, greeted with horrific stench, yelling at Azul simultaneously, and then like I'm starting to walk towards Inya's room. Like right as I'm like passing by our stairway, this fucking human, this tall ass, grown ass, skinny fucking man, like the scariest looking person I had ever seen in my entire life, like pops out of Inya's room and is like we kind of just look at each other for a little bit, and then I'm like I'm literally frozen in fear, right? At this point, like I'm frozen in fear. Like I'm so scared. And like it felt like 10 years had passed before like anyone said anything. But this dude literally just like says, it's funny now, but in the moment I was like freaking the fuck out. But like this dude like out loud is like, what are you doing here? And I was like, I just like immediately like snapped out of it and was like fight or flight, like heart sinking, heart racing, like, and I just like immediately just started moving. And then this dude like started charging after me. He started coming after me, and like I like woke up out of my fucking trance and just like darted into the living room and into the kitchen. And in my head, like in like a minute, or like in a split second decision, I remembered like I had been cutting apples earlier because I was like on an apple kick like that past month, and I was like I was slicing up apples, and my first thought was like, I'm gonna defend myself, right? Like I'm gonna go get this knife and I guess fucking cut him up. I had no idea what I was gonna do, but this man was like 6'4", fucking methed out, like really fucking horrifying. And yeah, I ran to the kitchen. My first thought was like, grab this knife. I went to the sink, I grabbed the knife out, and I held it and looked at it, and then I immediately was like, I'm the biggest fucking pussy in the world. I'm not about to stab this person. So I threw the knife back into the sink and continued running through the house. And this dude, like at this point, like wasn't behind me anymore, but like he was definitely still chasing me. And like I heard him making sounds like in the living room, like groaning almost. It was really strange. And at this point, like Josh was dead asleep, right? And my like first reaction was to get the fuck out of the house, but I didn't want to leave Josh to fucking wake up to this scary ass man in our house, like trying to fucking stab him. No, I had no idea what this guy's intentions were, mind you. He could have been in there to fucking kill us. And like, I was at the back door and I was like unlocking it. Like, as I was unlocking it, I was screaming for Josh. I was like, Josh, get the fuck up. There's someone in our fucking house. Like, you really need to like wake up. Like, I know it sounds like I'm kidding, but I'm being dead serious. And Josh was like, Drew, this isn't fucking funny. Like, this isn't a joke. And like, Josh like could hear in my voice that I wasn't fucking kidding, but he didn't want to believe it because like no one wants to believe that their house is being fucking invaded. But like, eventually, like after literally it felt like 10 years of me screaming at Josh to get him out of the house, Josh eventually like got up and like was like, oh my God, this is real. Like, you're being serious. And I was like, yeah, I'm being dead fucking serious. Like, we need to get out of the house. So we went out the back door, and for some reason we darted in the direction into our gated fucking parking lot, and there's like 6-foot fences like surrounding our backyard, and there's like spikes on the top of our fence. It's like super protected and like secluded, and for some reason we darted that way. So like our dumbasses were like, our fucking tiny ass selves were like having to like climb over these like spiky ass fences and jump over them. And like I'm not very athletic, and that's asking a lot, but like for some reason my body was like fully able to, like, I guess it was just like the adrenaline or like whatever. But like me and Josh eventually like both jumped over, but like Josh jumped over first and literally like face planted 6 feet into the concrete. And like, I literally thought Josh fucking just accidentally died, and I was like, this is the worst night of my life. But like, he like picked himself up, and I'm pretty sure he's probably fucking concussed. And then like I got onto the fence to jump over, and then I literally fell backwards because, again, I'm a fucking pussy and I am not athletic at all. And I fell back and like fell into this potted plant. And then like at this point, this dude was like stumbling out of the back door, and I could like sense him behind me. So then I tried again, jumped, my fucking foot got caught, and I like face planted, scraped up my whole leg. It was this whole fucking thing. And then like I was barefoot running through the glass covered streets of LA, like to this gas station up the street. And while I was running away, I was on the phone with the cops saying like, yo, there's someone in my fucking house, like please send someone, like I'm freaking the fuck out. And yeah, so like me and Josh like ran up the street to this gas station where there was like light and like people and like civilization, and we just waited until the cops like arrived at the house. And yeah, we were waiting there, and then we saw the cops pull up, and then I got a call back, and they said like, hey, the cops are there, like they're waiting for you, they need to question you, and they need to know, like they need you to let them in and all this shit. So like at this point, like they had evacuated our entire building, and they had entered our apartment, right? And me and Josh, like at this point I was like not ready to go back in there. Like it was like still obviously very fucking fresh, right? And I did not want to go into my house. I was literally horrified. And yeah, so the cops did their fucking thing. Like I have footage of them in there. I'll like insert it now.
That window you showed me is in the back. That's interesting.
But yeah, they like tested for, or they like did DNA scans and like all the shit you see in forensic shows that like I never actually believed they did, but they like dusted for fingerprints and like all like collected like pieces that he touched. And like the cops got like another call, and they were like, there was another home invasion down the street, like we want to see if like it's maybe connected. So like I went on like a literal like ride along with the cops to this other house, and I have fucking footage of this too. I'll insert it.
Have you ever filed a police report?
No, this is the first one.
So it's just
No, that's not him.
Do you need us to get closer, bud?
Yeah, can I get a little closer because there's like a little glare.
Is that him right there?
No, that's not him.
That's not him?
A hot prop burglary report.
Okay.
Basically means that someone was inside of your.
And like they drove me up the street to this other house where there was a home invasion, and they had caught the guy, and they like, they had him like in handcuffs, and they like just drove past. It was like kind of sick actually, and they drove past and like had me look out the window to see if I recognized him, and I was like, that's not the fucking dude, like whatever. So yeah, we like went back to my house, they dropped me off, and they were like, all right, bye, and they literally just left us to fucking rot there, like, and they just like I guess I like, what are you supposed, like what are the cops supposed to do really, like they kind of did what they were supposed to do, but like I in my head was like still like, oh my god, he's gonna fucking come back with his boys, like he knows it's just me and Josh, and he's gonna like come and kill us and then steal our shit and then let Azul out, and just like all this shit was going through my mind. So I ended up driving to OC, Orange County, where Josh is from and his parents lived, and like, yeah, so basically that's like the recount of the events, like of what I was going through. And yeah, it was super fucking gnarly, and I literally don't recommend anyone going through that. It was legitimately one of the gnarliest experiences of my life. And I literally have trauma from it. Like like Josh will come home at like midnight, and I'll literally have a full-blown fucking panic attack like when I'm here. Like I cannot be in my house alone anymore, which fucking sucks, and it really is a burden for every party involved because no one can leave me here alone. It's this whole fucking thing. Let me back up a little bit and kind of explain to you what the dude was doing inside our house while I was fucking playing Minecraft. So this dude like had like been in the house for legitimately like 15 minutes while I was completely oblivious to the fact that he was inside. And yeah, he just was like rummaging through all of our shit. And like the weirdest thing, and like the thing that I cannot wrap my head around, actually there's three things I can't wrap my head around, is like this dude came into our house, right? And the first thing he did, like it's beyond, it makes no fucking sense, but the first thing he did was go into the boiler room bathroom, this scary fucking bathroom that we have, go into the shower and take like Inya's razor that was in the other bathroom and dry shave his pubes. Like he legitimately just dry shaved his fucking cock and balls. Like literally, like why, I don't know. And it just like just raises more questions, like what the fuck was he like doing in our house? So like, yeah, so he dry shaves his pubes, right? I'm still oblivious to the fact that he's here. He then proceeds to move on to the kitchen, where he gets a naked juice, like, you know, one of those thick, girthy ass juices, right? And he chugs it, like drinks the entire thing. And that is just, like, if that is not superhuman strength, I don't fucking know it is. But like, to be able to chug that girthy of a drink that quickly, you have some real fucking issues. And yeah, so he chugged that. He rummaged through our kitchen a little bit. Actually, the camera that I'm filming on right now, he had taken out of the kitchen and moved to the living room for some reason. I don't know. And then he found all of our keys, and this is the shit where it gets like kind of scary. And then basically, like when me and Josh were trying to escape, the back doors were locked. So like in my head, I had already locked them. So I was like, how the fuck did he get in? But I'm assuming like now I can look back objectively that I probably left the back doors unlocked and he probably came through the back doors. Because there was like no signs of forced entry, but like I remember locking the doors, but whatever, it's beside the point. But basically, this dude had locked the doors behind him, and then the front door was also locked and deadbolted. So like, yeah, so he locked all the doors behind him, shaved his pubes, found all of our sets of keys that were inside the house, and then like rummaged through the living room, like helped himself to all of my fucking like art books and like all of like, he found this alligator head that I had that like my dad gave to me as a gift, and like had taken that and put it in Inya's room. And then like he had hidden our keys, which is like the strangest thing to me, is like he locked all the doors, hid our keys, and then like started going through Inya's room. It just makes me really fucking uncomfortable. Like I'm so happy Inya wasn't here. But basically he had like, I don't know if he like sprinkled his pubes in Inya's bed or like had been laying in Inya's bed or what, but basically this dude had put his pubes all in Inya's bed, and like it's just like really fucking scary. And that's like the unknown is what like gets me the most. It's just like, what was he like what were his real fucking intentions? Like I don't know. But yeah, this dude had been in our house for like probably 10 or 15 minutes, because like shaving your pubes is not a quick fucking process. Actually, something fucking karma got his ass. But like when because he had chased after us into the backyard, right? And he had jumped the fence in the exact same place we jumped the fence, and instead of cleanly getting over it, like, or like sort of cleanly getting over it, like me and Josh, except for the fact that Josh face planted and concussed himself and I like fucking scraped up my entire body. This dude jumped the fence and got his pants, his underwear, his shirt all hooked on the fence and literally ripped off of him like out of a fucking like comedy movie. Like literally just like, imagine this dude running butt ass naked down the street, like away from the cops. Like it just like, I find joy in the fact that like he was ass naked, and like the fact that happened was just like a little bit of laughter. And like now we take precautions. Like me and Inya both like lock the doors like 10 times a night. It's like a fucking OCD tick now. Yeah. Oh, this is actually crucial. So I was back home for Christmas. Like this is like 6-7 months later. I was back home for Christmas, and I get a call from like LA, and I'm like, huh, this is weird. I never get fucking LA numbers calling me. So I answered it, and it was the fucking LAPD, and they were like, yo, we caught the dude. And I was like, huh? And like, it actually felt really good to know that like he was caught, but like, they were like, yeah, we need you to come in, for questioning. I mean, we need you to come in to like, make sure it's him. And, yeah, but we're like based on DNA and based on like the description you gave, we caught the dude. And I was like, fuck yeah, like when I'm back in LA in a week, I will come to the police station, just like call me and I will tell you if it's him or not. And they never fucking called me back, but I like to think that he was caught murdering someone, so he's like, the camera stopped filming, but I like to think he was caught murdering someone and is locked away for a very, very long time, and I will never have to deal with him again in my life. Okay, so obviously I don't hope that he murdered someone because that would be fucking insane. But yeah, I'm recording a voiceover right now because the shit I was talking about in these clips is horse shit. But yeah, this whole experience was like pretty formative though, and like if there is a lesson to learn here, I guess that I'm not invincible and neither are you, and to lock your goddamn doors and to hug your mother and say that you love her because she knows best. Wow, my mom is literally fucking calling me right now as I fucking said that. This is some real voodoo shit. Wow, I'm recording a voiceover, Mom, and you literally called me right when I was saying listen to your fucking mom because she knows best.
No way.
Is that not fucking psycho? But yeah,
That is.
I'll call you back. Yeah, I'll call you back. Love you.
All right, love you.
Bye bye. But yeah, basically, lock your goddamn doors. Love yourself. Create more. Yeah. I don't know what to fucking say, bitch. Because I don't want to leave a blank, long ass clip. Look at my big fucking nose popping in there. Drawing some acne right now. Coloring in the teeth. Yeah, listen to me being a fucking YouTuber. Coloring in the eyelids. A lot of y'all are curious probably like what these markers are. They're Faber-Castell watercolor markers. And they kind of rule the goddamn world. I like watercolor the most. It's like my favorite medium, and this just makes it so much easier. I'm coloring in the hair now. This is my favorite part, though, coloring in the hair, because it like the texture once it like the water dries is so sick. But yeah, I am pretty proud of this piece actually. It's like it's probably my favorite one that I've done. Okay. Camera died while I was finishing this up, but I'm pretty sure I got most of it. But yeah, this is the final product. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I fucking bodied this shit. It looks incredible. It's impeccable. We can ignore these mistakes, yeah, because you know why? It's all part of the process. Fuck you. But with that being said, that is the video. Thank you for watching and putting up with me in my story time. I hope you enjoyed. Fuck you. Leave. Seriously, get out of here. Leave my goddamn video and never come back. I hate you.